We'll release the body next week. We thought no one would claim her, but her mother showed up last Friday. She doesn't seem heartbroken, more like inconvenienced. I suspect she knows more than she's letting on. Hey, we'll handle it. Their victims all seem to have strained family relationships. The differences between the victims are striking, though. Unlike the earlier victims, who had just a chest stab and a neck slash, this one shows signs of overkill. She clearly tried to defend herself, judging by the wounds on her arms. The sheer number of stabs and beatings ended her life. The chest and neck wounds seem like last-minute additions to maintain the pattern. There are no abrasions where she was bound, meaning she was likely dead when tied up. The first pair struggled to break free, given the rope imprints on their limbs. Serial killers usually seek control for satisfaction. The third incident feels impulsive, more like a crime of passion than premeditated. So, are we suggesting there are two killers? There's a high chance. It's possible he tried to mimic the original killer's pattern to pin the crime on him, but something doesn't add up. Only after the third victim was found did the public learn about the serial killer. How did the second killer know the specifics of the previous crimes to mimic them? This person must have closely tracked city crimes. It's impressive since the first crimes weren't well documented. Did he pick his victim based on similarities with the previous ones? Could this be a change in MO? Changing methods is common for serial killers to avoid detection. But this doesn't make sense because news of the serial killings just came out. We're left with speculation until we get evidence leading us to a suspect. I hope we get to it soon. I've got a gut feeling those at the top are about to come after us. Excuse me, I need to take this call. It took you long enough to see I could help? Huh? Haha. Have you been? You wouldn't believe how hyped I got seeing your email. Cut it out. Did you find out anything? What do you need from that old case, anyway? Is this how you say hello to a junior you haven't talked to in ages? Or is this for Finn? Is she still single? Don't tell me the guy is your suspect. Do you have a death wish? Just tell me what you got. There's not much on record for this guy. Haha. Okay. Noah Inoue. No problems after he finished his probation. His designated officer said he's been behaving well and has secured employment. After parole, he shifted cities, and it's been quiet since. No bad records or anything. Looks like he's changed for good. That's all I need. Thanks. Damn. I was about to ask for Finn's number. Time to deliver the good news, I guess. Ever since you started hanging with Isaac, you're not as punctual. So, as I was saying, if this is some sort of revenge thing, leave our metrics out of it, yeah? Manager, who's been putting these revenge ideas in your head? Blame Isaac. I hate him. Can't trust that face. Just look at that guy. Tell me I'm not the only one seeing this. Such a jerk. Well, it seems like you two get along. No way. He can go to hell. Hey, why isn't your phone on silent? Sorry, manager. I have to take this. Why'd you take so long to call? Did something happen? You've been ignoring my texts. Isaac is not Noah? Yeah, they're totally different, from their hair to their face. Definitely not him. Anyway, sorry for calling just now. Just had to check on something. Hey, still there? I don't know exactly what to feel. Yeah, thanks for checking it for me. I guess there's no reason for Isaac and me to stay in touch anymore. I got some info about Noah, though. Looks like he's stayed out of trouble after probation. No records or anything. The guy is clean and has moved on. Maybe he started a new life. You should too. Forget the past. You don't have to worry anymore. Just live your best life from now on. Finn? Especially around Isaac. He seems like a player. But that doesn't mean you can let your guard down. Thanks, I have to go now. What the hell is he saying? There's no way. There's no way that guy would change. Bullshit. Haha. Noah's changed? As if I'd believe that. He's a monster. I might not remember his face clearly, but that twisted smile he had when he killed my dad is burned into my memory. You really want me to believe he's all reformed and angelic now? What a joke. He needed an excuse to kill, and he chose me. Every day, I'm haunted by what he did while he gets to live freely as if it's all in the past. Come on, Finn. Drop the act. Are you seriously trying to wash your hands of it? You pushed him to do that. I bet you cheered Noah on from the sidelines. The real monster here is you. Who? Don't recognize yourself anymore? conveniently forgetting who we truly are with that selective memory of yours. No, it wasn't me. It was all his idea. Let's kill your father and run away. You're remembering it wrong. Let's kill my father and run away. No, you don't get it. My dad. The things he did to me. They made me say it, but I didn't mean it. Isn't it tiring, constantly lying to yourself? Just wait. When Noah comes back, I'll make him confess. You'll see. I was right. He just used me. He won't come back. He served his time and made amends in the eyes of the law. He's taken the fall. Meanwhile, you're out here, walking around free, without a shred of guilt for your sins. What sins are you talking about? I didn't do anything. I'll give you a clue. She's been out for a while now. I wonder where she is. Hey, Isaac, your team not that busy? I'm jealous. Actually, we are. I'm just taking sneaky breaks. Haha. Hey, Aiko. Sorry, just wondering if you've seen Finn? I've been looking for her for a while now. I've checked everywhere except the restrooms. I can check them for you. Finn, are you here? Oh my God. Finn. Isaac. Come here, quick. There's no real reason for Isaac and me to talk anymore. Isaac. Finn. Thank God. But when he's near, I feel things I've never felt before. Hey, how are you feeling? A little lightheaded. How did I get here? His presence is warm. Aiko found you unconscious in the restroom. The nurse from our office suggested we take you to the hospital right away. We're having trouble reaching your guardian. Are your emergency contacts outdated? Should we call Scott? No, I'm fine now. There's no need to. I forgot. I was supposed to call the nurse. I want to stay warm. Just give me a sec. My father always beat me when I was a kid, or even just whenever he felt like it. He'd hit me when he got drunk, or if I did something wrong. He said it was a constant reminder every time he saw me. He blamed me for my mom's death. She died giving birth to me. But even so, he expected the house to be tidy when he came home. He was hardly ever home. There was no money or food left for me. Even if I was weak from hunger, I had to get things done, or he'd hurt me. Sometimes, I thought maybe it'd be better if he was just gone. Is that a horrible thing to think? I was just so scared of him hurting me again. But someone up there might have heard my wish. He was killed right before my eyes. And now, I'm condemned to carry that guilt for the rest of my life. It's like a curse. Most of my memories are gone, but the most tormenting ones stayed. Isaac, listen. But I'm not always the most stable, and I often contradict myself. I'm not sure if it's because of my past, but I can be moody, selfish, and overly attached. Sometimes I feel like I perceive things that aren't there. I'm a complete mess. Would you still want to date someone like me? Of course. I don't want anyone else. The victims had similar living conditions and environments. They shared more than just physical resemblances. This is where the first victim, Kiana Yates, lived. Thankfully, the landlady has left the place as it was until the case gets resolved. Surveillance is limited here because this is a poor neighborhood, but I'll ask around. Maybe someone has a personal CCTV or knew the victim. Thanks, Jay. Don't take too much time here. Let's meet later at the parking lot. Got it. Kiana's parents passed away when she was just a child. She started working to support herself. As soon as she hit legal age, she decided to move out from her grandmother's place. She lived here on her own and didn't maintain contact with any relatives. She didn't have many close friends. Had her boss not reported her missing from work, her death would have gone unnoticed for some time. Poor kid. All the doors and windows were locked except for the broken one in the kitchen. Unfortunately, the suspect had already used it to gain access before that day came. Kiana informed the landlady, and they scheduled a repair for the following week. He killed her here in the kitchen. The area was undisturbed, no signs of struggle, except for that chair which he used to get out through the window. It's likely that he was already inside before the victim came home and waited for the right moment to attack. The victim was under threat before she could even resist, so she just went along with everything the suspect said, and that's how she got tied up so easily. He only ever used knives from his victims' homes as murder weapons. Reports say there were no fingerprints on the bodies or any surfaces he might have touched. He likely used gloves, but he still cleaned the knife to be really sure no prints were left. It's too well planned and thought out. It's hard to believe that this is his first victim. Looks like the guy might have jumped from here, or taken a shortcut through the rooftop next door. Seriously, putting up a fence here is pointless. I bet there's been a lot of theft here. This could be why there's a break between his attacks. The killer knows his victims' routines and the kind of environment they live in. An expert stalker. He really takes the time to study them. You're with the police, right? Are you here for Kiana's murder? Do you know her? I'm her landlady. Kiana was a sweet girl. We didn't chat a lot, but I feel like out of everyone here, she was closest with me. She didn't have many friends because she was juggling so many side jobs just to pay for school. She often borrowed money from me when she was short. I can still remember how happy she was when she paid me back from her first paycheck at her first corporate job. That poor girl. I still can't believe what happened to her. She had big dreams. I thought everything was going well for her. I actually thought she was about to have a boyfriend, and she might just surprise me one day and get married. Her co-workers said she wasn't close to any guys, and it seemed impossible she had a relationship at that time. Sorry for cutting in, but why did you think that? Well, it hadn't crossed my mind, but I saw it myself. It's only been a month since she started her office job, but it seemed like someone had already taken a liking to her. Kiana, is that a delivery? Did you order that for yourself? Haha, someone sent this to me, but it just says, secret admirer. Haha, of course not. But when I found out what happened to her, that's the first thing that came to mind. I didn't really think much of it at first, but isn't it creepy that a secret admirer had her address? They said they would close the case as a robbery. I told the police about it so they would look into it, but they said to stay out of it. But they're wrong. There's nothing missing from Kiana's belongings. Cops here never really give a damn about our neighborhood's cases. I never believed them anyway. Is it because we're poor, or because no relative cares about her? It's always the same story. You're a cop too, but at least you're from the central station. Please, find out who did this to her, and make sure they pay for it. I'm a detective, it's my job. Thank you for the information. It'll be useful for us. Led, how did things go on your end? Marco, listen, I have a task for you. Ask if they received any orders in February addressed to Kiana Yates. Check all flower shops in the city and nearby areas that offer delivery. Roger. Finn here. I'm in my room now. Thank you for looking out for me today. New. See you tomorrow. Yep, see you. Rest up, Finn. Smiley face. I finally got her number. I completely forgot I stashed these here. Nearly got busted there. Huh? Ha ha ha. That was really close. Hey Millie, are you almost done? I really want to go home. Oh crap. Well, your friend here forgot her password again and can't clock out. Finn, my shift's over. I'll wait for you in the lobby. No, wait. I'm about to head out too. I just clocked out. They've been doing everything together these past few days. Those two sure got close quickly. Aren't they neighbors too? They also go to and from work together. Yeah. What's their deal? Are they dating? She's never been interested in that kind of stuff before. Finn? Dating? But that would be way out of character. But she's been acting out of character since the first day they met. She was late twice this month already. He's just bad news for her. It could be just like those other guys before. It's too early to tell. He'll probably back off or get bored once he sees how quirky she is. You two don't get it. It's totally different this time. Can't you see? You can totally see how comfortable they've gotten with each other. And it's only been what? 2 weeks. None of those guys got to this level. Finn didn't entertain the idea of falling in love because she hadn't found the right person yet until now. Aren't you guys happy that she's not a lone wolf anymore? She's finally found someone who gets her. Are you seriously crying right now? These are tears of joy. If they end up together, I'm here for it and will totally support them. I guess she's right. Ugh, you two watch too many Korean dramas. How can you tell if you're dating a potential psychopath? At first, it's really hard to identify if you're dating a psychopath. They're so good at blending in with their charming facade. They're very calculating and strategic, willing to do anything just to get what they want, even if it means using and hurting other people. And they will not take accountability. They won't feel guilt or remorse, often placing the blame on others. He's gone. They manipulate you into thinking that everything they do is for your benefit. I killed him just like you asked me to. You should be grateful to them for doing so. We can leave this place now. Finn, this is impossible. I just can't forget him. They often have a history of superficial, short-term relationships because of their inability to feel genuine emotions. They are also... Have you been waiting there for a while now? Sorry, did I take too long? It's all right. Don't mind waiting. If Isaac isn't Noah, it means he's just someone random who's fixated on me for some reason. We're running late again. Your boss is going to kill me. But is it realistic to be into someone you've just met? You smell nice. T thanks? Geez, Finn, you're always catching me off guard. Isn't it normal for people dating to compliment each other? Yeah, but you always drop them whenever we're in such close proximity. Does it make you uncomfortable? No, just don't blame me for what I'll do if you do this again. I guess I'm just really terrible at it. Take it easy. But I appreciate that you're putting effort into making this work. When they're genuine, compliments will come naturally. My delivery was a bit off, but I meant every bit of what I told you. You're doing it again. Okay, stop. You're enjoying this, huh? Sorry, but the faces you make can be quite amusing sometimes. Finn, it's been a while, hasn't it? How about we finally have a proper date this weekend? Do you think you can make time for me? Yeah, I think I'm available. Do you have any place in mind that you'd like to go? The cemetery. Finn, if you need some privacy, I can wait for you over there on the bench. Privacy? For what? I'd know. Maybe you want to have a good cry or just chat with her. Isn't that usually why people visit their loved ones' graves? You can clear your thoughts without any distractions. I come here because it's quiet. Haha, I think that's a valid reason too. Plus, since Scott hardly ever gets the chance to visit because of his busy schedule, I take care of cleaning the tombstone for him. I got annoyed that one time I visited. The grass had grown so tall all around. You could see there was moss and lichen on the stones, and no new flowers. I'm not even blood related to them, but I'm here more often than he is. You love her. Huh? I can tell even if you don't spell it out. Yeah, she's nice. I like her. She gave me food and showed me how to make it. She taught me how to take care of myself. Because of her, I got a glimpse of what true parental love is. She gave me everything that had been denied to me. She treated me like a human being. Is this chat getting a bit too emotional for you? From what you've said about her? No, not at all. I'd say she's in a better place. Like, you mean in heaven? Yeah, in heaven. Why? Did I say something wrong? I didn't expect that you're into those kinds of beliefs. So you believe in things like heaven, hell, and limbo? Or the concept of having eternal life after death? These days, I don't really go to church much. Actually, I was baptized Catholic and then hopped around different Christian churches. Do you believe in God? How should I put it? I believe not because I'm absolutely sure that there is one. It's more like I've made the choice to believe that there is one. I want him to be real. You see, those believers, they find solace in their faith because they trust that someone, somewhere, sees and understands their struggles. My reason's a little different. There are so many people in this world who can harm others and destroy lives. And yet, a lot of them seem to get away with it simply because our systems are so flawed. It gets on my nerves to think how they go on living just fine as if they've never hurt anyone. Seems unjust, don't you think? What is this atmosphere? If there's a God, then there's really some sort of judgment day for them. I'm starting to get uncomfortable. All those who do good deeds will go to heaven, and all those worthless pieces of shit must suffer in hell forever. But I think it'd be a lot better if we can just take matters into our own hands and seek justice ourselves. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. You agree, right? So the only option is to include it in our prayers. But it's a grave sin to kill in the eyes of God. What was that just now? Kill? Hey, I'm kinda getting hungry. Should we go now and grab something to eat? Sure. Where do you want to go next? An amusement park? That's an unexpected choice. Isaac, let's go. The lines are getting longer. She does look genuinely excited, though. Why'd you choose to come here? I've wanted to come here for a long time, ever since I was a kid. My classmates used to talk about it a lot. That looks delicious. You're hungry, right? Let's try them. We'll order two. Oh no. No. Hey, Isaac. Yeah? How come you don't ask me anything about my past? Even though I've told you how my dad passed away. I thought you wanted to know more about me. Well, I just think those kinds of personal things aren't really meant to be asked. I'd rather wait until you're ready to open up about it on your own. When you're comfortable talking about it naturally with me. Isaac, we should ride the Ferris wheel. For now, I'm happy that you speak my name casually more often. I can see those two in the other car making out from here. Isaac, look, I don't think you should be watching that, actually. I wonder what my first kiss is gonna be like. You don't recall anything from that night, huh? You mentioned I was super wasted, didn't you? How would you like it to be? Okay, what's your idea of how it's going to feel? I don't know. Memorable? This place is massive. There are still so many spots I want to check out, but I think my feet are giving out on me. We're free to come back whenever you're in the mood. Haha, no need to feel down. We should try those unique flavored cream puffs when we come back. Hey, mind if we check that out real quick? That flower stand? Is he looking in our direction? Have you picked one yet? It's too hard to decide. They're all so pretty. How about you choose for me? You've probably bought flowers for girls before, right? Why do you think that? Would you be shocked if I said I've never given flowers to anyone, ever? Liar. Why do I get the feeling you still don't trust me? Excuse me, if you haven't made up your mind yet, can I make a suggestion? The park's about to close soon, so maybe I can help speed things up? Oh, sorry about that. We didn't notice the time. What about these tulips? I picked out the freshest ones for you. They are also our best sellers. Simple yet beautiful, and I think they really suit your personality. I really like these. How much do I owe you? You can have them for free. They would have been thrown out if not sold. Think of it as you rescuing them. Haha. Do you think what that guy said earlier was true? Which part? Do they really just throw the flowers away if no one buys them? Are you bummed out about it? I'm just wondering, how can people bring themselves to throw away something as beautiful as these? It's kind of sad if you think about it. Maybe what he meant is they'd wilt by tomorrow and wouldn't be of much use anyway. Do you get rid of something just because it's not useful anymore? I mean, he can't sell wilted flowers. What's the point of keeping something if it's not serving its purpose anymore? But he said he gave me the freshest ones, so that doesn't really make sense, right? Why does it matter? To me, it sounds like he's just making excuses to hit on you. You seem irritated. I was this close. I was this close to punching that guy in the face. I can't believe how he acted earlier, totally ignoring that you were with a date. Just blatantly flirting with you as if I wasn't there. And the fact that you keep clinging to them like that isn't helping. But since you like the flowers, I just let it slide. Would you feel better if I throw these away? Finn, when you genuinely care about someone, if you really mean it, you just act without needing to ask. You just do what needs to be done to protect their feelings. You mentioned being possessive and overly attached. Well, same here. All right, we're such an odd pair, aren't we? I really had fun today. Me too. We can go out again next weekend if you want. Your turn to pick where to go next. All right, I'll set up some choices for you. So, is it good night for now? Yeah, long day? Huh? Get some good rest, or your legs will ache tomorrow. You too. Thanks for today. Good night. Isaac. Finn. How was it? Was it memorable? Yeah, it was nice. It was nice, huh? Acting way too coy. I'm getting tired of this. This is getting boring. Just come out and show yourself now. Noah. Tap. Tap. Pull. Looks like Finn beat me to visiting here again. To this day, it feels like she's not entirely open with me. What might she be telling you when she stops by? I wish I could ask you that. There's much she doesn't say. Okay, fine. It's my fault. Jay is right. I could be pushing her away from me too much. I'm sorry for not keeping my promise. But I think it's better this way. After all, it's my fault that her life got messed up. I should have done something for her that day. Hey kid, your shoes are untied. Why are you here? Are you waiting for someone? Is your dad here? You're not the talkative type, I guess, but that's okay. You shouldn't talk to strangers anyway. Now slide your other foot over so I can get that shoe tied as well, then I won't bother you anymore. Who? That kid. She's been sitting there for a while. Does she have relatives working here? Oh, are you talking about Finn? No, she doesn't have family here. but she's been consistently showing up here for quite some time. Just keep sitting there until the station closes. She never responds when we try to find out what she wants. Have you tried visiting her house or talking to her parents? I noticed a bruise on her leg while tying her shoe, but I couldn't tell if she had more bruises because she's wearing a lot of layers. She looks really skinny, like she's not getting proper meals. As far as I know, a welfare check was conducted at their residence. They didn't find anything unusual, and there have been no complaints from the neighbors either. Her mom is gone, and it's just her dad taking care of her now. People who know him say he's a kind man. Have you met her father? Yeah, I saw him one time when he picked up Finn. He mentioned she's always out playing in the woods and ends up with scratches, but he can't keep an eye on her because he's busy working all day. She's not bothering other people, so we just let her hang out there. But changing the subject, hey, congrats on finally becoming a real police officer. Are you planning to be stationed here? Yeah, thanks. Honestly, I'm still not sure why I ended up picking this career. Geez, my very first shift at this station, and I'm just running errands left and right. Rookie, good you're here. Take those drinks to the interrogation room, will you? Interrogation room? Looks like a heavy case. Everyone had serious faces when I dropped off the drinks. It was wild seeing a detective arrive here so late at night. No kidding. Any idea what they're dealing with? Homicide. In a small, quiet town like this, a murder just seems so out of the blue. Pretty shocking, yeah? I heard they even tried to bury the victim in his own backyard. Oh, are they all coming out now? Finn, are you really Scott's auntie? Whoa, you look really young. You could almost pass as his sister. It's because I'm not that much older. You know where he might be? Got something to give him. Allie, what are you doing here? Did you drive here all by yourself? So late at night? Allie instead of auntie. Really? Where's the respect, kiddo? Can we just not? Right now? Aren't I just the best auntie ever? Anyway, here's the lunch you accidentally left, which I slaved over. I told you not to bother. I'm not a child. You're welcome, my beloved nephew. And who might this beautiful girl be? Nah, this gene pool couldn't possibly create someone as pretty as you. Are you one of Scott's kids from his many flings? We literally share the same blood. Seriously, Allie, this isn't the time for jokes. Read the room. Scott, can I talk to you for a minute? She's 14, but she seems small for her age. It's a usual thing in neglected children. Lack of proper nutrition can stunt their growth. Don't you have a special team for women and kids? But why are you in charge of her, though? What else can you expect from a tiny town's police station? They've requested a social worker from the municipality, but it's unlikely they'll arrive at this hour. So what now? She just waits here until they arrive? She shouldn't go back home, right? Where will she stay if you guys can't find any family members? I wish I could do something for her. Honestly, she scared me a bit earlier. Something about the way she looks at you. So cold. It's like her stare pierces through your soul. Her eyes are just dead and hollow. But after you told me about how her dad treated her, I get why she's like that. Hey, it's really late now. My bad for keeping you here this long. Thanks for dinner, though. You don't mind if I just give it to Finn, right? She's coming with me. Huh, I'm taking her in. How is she doing? Fine, I think. You think? I don't know. The kid doesn't talk much. Is she giving you a hard time? No, not at all. Actually, if anything, the kid's a big help around here. She takes the initiative with chores around the house. But considering how her father treated her, I can't help but wonder if she's acting out of fear of another beating, given how she was raised. By the way, any news on whether she still has relatives willing to take her in? Sadly, no luck finding anyone so far. Need someone else to take over fostering? We could still push to find someone with the help of social services. My worry isn't really that. Isn't the date for the case hearing coming up soon? I was just thinking she might do better if she had some relatives with her. Why are you still keeping these old VHS tapes? How about I get you a DVD player? That's what everyone's using now. Can you concentrate for a second? Scott, come on. We're talking about Finn. Do you think she can stand as a witness in court? We don't have any business trying to influence it. She made that decision herself. We're not her guardians after all. She's brave and strong. Trusting her is really all we can do. I feel like our presence alone might make a difference. Can you make it to the trial? I wish I could, but I'm on duty at the station that day. All right, I'll just let you know what the court decides. Please do. Thank you. Today, we are here to conclude a matter of grave importance. Before this court stands Noah Inoue, a 17-year-old individual who has been found guilty of the serious charge of second-degree homicide. While you stand before this court as a juvenile, the nature of your crime is beyond what the juvenile systems are designed to address. The adult court is the suitable forum for this matter, and the sentence imposed upon you corresponds to the gravity of your actions in this situation. Therefore, after thorough consideration of all factors involved, this court sentences Noah Inoue to 6 years in an adult prison facility. To the family and friends of the victim, no words can adequately express the sorrow this court feels for your loss. While no sentence can undo the pain you have endured, it is the hope of this court that today's decision brings some measure of justice and closure to you. Court is adjourned. It's over? How come the sentence is so short? He does not seem remorseful at all. He creeps me out. Oh no. Finn. Finn, are you all right? Finn? She's not waking up. Finn, what's going on? Why doesn't she recognize us? It's quite common given the circumstances she's been through. She's experiencing temporary amnesia. Is she going to be all right? Yes, her brain isn't injured, and we didn't see any other issues. You see, the human brain is incredibly complex and protective. When it encounters severe trauma or stress, sometimes it shields us by blocking out certain memories. So, it's a defense mechanism, protecting her from pain? Precisely. Will she remember everything eventually? It's very possible. Recovery varies from person to person. Some may regain their memories quickly. For others, it might take more time. The best thing you can do is provide a supportive and stress-free environment. Therapy can help, offering a guided and safe space to explore and eventually recover those memories. Therapy? Is that even an option in this town? And it costs a lot each time. We probably have to head to the city for that kind of service. That's actually what I wanted to talk about. Maybe now's the right moment to look for a forever home and family for Finn. What? Now, of all times? Are you serious? You're suggesting this now? You want to give up on her when she needs us the most? We're the only ones who truly know who she is. She's got no memories, no relatives either. And when she starts remembering, we should be by her side to back her up until she fully recovers. But it's not your responsibility, is it? We're not her legal guardians, after all. You said you wanted to do something for her? Allie, just please listen. Don't you think it's better for her to be with a family that can fully support her, both financially and emotionally, somewhere far from this place and its unpleasant past? What if not remembering is actually best for her? That way, she wouldn't have to relive all the painful things she endured, or the things she did unwillingly. She could start over, free from fear and guilt. Ah, I see. I get it now. Scott, you haven't changed a bit. Running away from everything, just like you always do. Scared that she'll remember how you ignored the signs when you first saw her and did nothing. You're scared of her. But this time, when she's older and wiser and that day comes, she's going to resent you. She'll hate you. That's why you'd rather have her far away and out of your life. You're nothing like your mom, my sister. You're a coward. Yeah, you're right. I'm a coward. I couldn't save her. I couldn't save Finn either. She wouldn't have suffered for so long, and it wouldn't have come to this. If I'd done anything at all that day, her life wouldn't have been ruined. I'm a total waste, and getting a badge didn't fix that. And I couldn't save Finn. I couldn't save her. It's always the same. I never do anything when I'm supposed to. Do you think I'm the right kind of support for her? Are people like me supposed to be in her life? I'm sorry. I didn't realize you've been blaming yourself all this time for what happened to my sister. You don't have to carry the guilt for their sins. Evil people exist. That's reality. You shouldn't feel responsible for what happened to your mom and Finn. It wasn't my intention to put pressure on you about Finn. Sorry about that. I think part of me believed it would be good for you, for your own issues. Once everything's settled, I plan to legally adopt her and become her legal guardian. The kid means a lot to me now, and I want to watch her grow up happy and normal. It's not about you this time, so don't worry. You've got your whole life ahead. Focus on your career and be a good officer of the law. But I have a favor to ask. You must promise me When the time comes that she wants to know everything about her past and asks you, please don't lie to her. She deserves to know the truth. I'll visit her today. I was running. I was tired and starving. My feet hurt so bad, and they're covered in sores. Why was I running again? Oh, right. That day, I decided to kill myself. That part of the river is too shallow if you're thinking of drowning yourself. Try the area closer to the waterfall. It's deeper there. That is if you've really made up your mind. Hey, did you kill that bunny? Yeah. Why'd you ask? Then, will you kill me too? No, I don't want to. Where's the fun in that? There's no thrill in killing someone who no longer wants to be alive. Isaac is not Noah, but for some reason, the more time I spend with him, the more memories come back to me. So this is just fine, right? To just have him close until I remember everything? Ha ha ha. Finn, you're so pathetic. Now, you're just making excuses to keep hanging out with him. As if you really want to remember Noah. How long are you going to keep using him? Poor guy. Why not try being honest with yourself for a change? You actually enjoy Isaac's company. Just admit it. Finally found someone to fill that void. Oh, Finn, who's been so love-deprived. Did that kiss make your heart a little softer? How was it? So, will you make him promise to? What was it again? Will you cross your heart and hope to die? Kill for me? Oops. Looks like the prince has arrived. I'm about to bust it down. What's taking you so long with the door? Scott, what have you been up to? I haven't gotten any texts or calls from you in a while. You haven't visited the office either. I'm not used to it. You forgot about that? Just keeping my word about not bugging you. Didn't realize you meant zero contact. I thought it was just about the case. You got me worried. Well, I'm doing fine if that's what you came here to find out. All right, I'll take your word. But hey, keep me in the loop about you, okay? Hope you're not neglecting yourself. How's your investigation going? Any suspects yet? I'm going straight to the station once I'm done here. To be honest, not much progress. But it looks like Jay found something. Ugh, I can't even remember the last time I had a decent sleep. I'm beginning to feel like this job isn't for me. Better take care of yourself unless you want Aunt Allie rising from her grave to scold you. Oh right, did you stop by to visit? Yeah, Isaac was with me. Isaac? We're already dating. What? That Isaac? The same guy you've been calling a psycho? He's actually been nothing but nice to me. He's been looking out for me these past few days when I've been kind of out of it. Okay, but I don't get why you need to date him. I've been thinking about everything you've said. I'll do my best to act normal and have a normal life. You're doing this because you genuinely want to know him, not for any other reason, right? I really like being around him. We went to the amusement park yesterday, and it was a lot of fun. We went on that ride. What was it? Oh, a roller coaster. It's been a long time since. Isaac was freaking out, huh? I last saw her smile this way. I wish I could have taken a picture. His face was too funny. Finn, there's something I've been wanting to ask you. Do you remember everything that happened that night? That right. My father beat me up again. I said something that really upset him. I thought I was going to die. But then, Noah saved me. All right, has saved me. Then why was he jailed? How do we get to the station? What happened after that? It feels like there's a huge blank in my memory of that night. Everything will be all right. Who's that? Was that me who said it? Finn, you all right? You're spacing out. Sorry, I was just really focused on trying to remember. That's on me. I'm sorry. I asked you out of the blue. Don't push yourself too hard. Hey, Scott, is there a chance that my memories might be unreliable? Maybe I had more to do with my father's death than I remember. Some memories, they don't add up when I think hard about them. I feel like I'm not supposed to be here. Noah wouldn't have had the chance to kill my dad if it hadn't been for me. Hey, it's not your fault. What you're going through is actually common for someone who's been through abuse like you. You went through so much, and now that your life starts to get better, you feel like you don't deserve it. What if remembering everything all is the only way I can get past this? What if it isn't? Your mind could be protecting you from something. And when it decides you're ready, all your memories will return. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked you about that night. I don't know what I was thinking. I need to make up for spoiling your morning. How about we take a quick stroll outside before I head to the station? Ah, it's Jay. They're already looking for me. You should go now. Let's stroll some other time. Scott, you're smart and empathetic. More people need someone like you in the police force. Don't ever think you're not suited for this job. I came here because I was thinking maybe she needs me somehow, in some way. You've got a criminal to catch, so you better get going. Turns out, I'm actually the one who needs and misses her being around. I'll make time for you, I promise. Dude, what were you up to yesterday? I was trying to call you, and you were impossible to reach. I was on a date. Man, you're on another level. Was it with Finn? No way. Still blows my mind that your Finn is the same Finn I know. Crazy small world. What made you call? Oh right, it's about Scott. I just want to warn you. I'm not sure if it has anything to do with the case he's on right now. Just the other day, he asked me to look into Noah's records. Noah could be one of his suspects. If my hunch is right, he's definitely gonna sift through even the tiniest bits about that guy. It's only a matter of time before he figures out the connection between you two. He'll find out who you really are, bro. You gotta be careful. If he confronts me, I know how to deal with it. Figured as much. Few all in the name of love? Eh? Yeah, all for love. Looks like Scott and Finn are inseparable. He's likely catching on to how quickly things are moving between me and Finn. I still need to watch how I act around her. A group of concerned citizens gathered in front of the Central Police Station today, expressing their frustration over the slow progress of investigation into the serial killings. Anxiety is mounting among the community's women, who fear for their safety at their own homes. With nearly 2 months passed since the last victim was found, protesters pointed out a disturbing pattern, noting that attacks by the serial killer seem to occur at intervals of 2 to 3 months. This timeline suggests another attack may be looming. Detective Scott Lee, leading the investigation, issues a strong warning to those in power. Don't protect the suspect. I don't give a damn about their connections. If we catch them red-handed, they'll be behind bars before they can blink. Are you confident that the evidence you have now is enough to prove the suspect guilty? All I can say is that we won't stop until the victims get justice. Finn, Isaac, dinner's ready. Are you still awake? Food's on the table. He's not answering. Ugh, just let him starve to death. It'll cut down on my expenses. It's not like he's useful anyway. Ridge Point University. I can't believe our school years are ending. Ugh, I don't think I'm ready to work and be a responsible adult. Girl, same. Hey, mister. Smoking's not allowed on school grounds. It's her. You're not a student here, are you? I'm just here to take photos for the yearbook. The cigarette isn't lit, by the way. It's really her. Oh, right. My Finn. Still, the guards will get the wrong idea if they see you. Just hand it over. I'll dispose of it for you. Is merely steps away, just within my grasp. Finn, there you are. We're heading for karaoke. You coming? Yeah. I gotta go. Just stash that in your pocket for a while. Who's that? Your boyfriend? No, just another school rules violator. Haha. You like telling people off that much? Should have gone into policing. I didn't see her again after that. Right after graduating, she moved to a new place. Bro, I just learned a neat trick from this manga. If you need to hide something, put it in adult magazines. Since those are typically hidden, you won't draw suspicion. What kind of stories do you even read? It's a detective story about this Death Notebook. It's popular. You should give it a try. So, is the girl in the picture the Finn you're talking about? Yeah, it's her. She's somehow related to my senior, who's super cool, by the way. Whoa, no way. She frequently visited the station. Heard she's still in therapy for what happened, and apparently, she's got amnesia too. That's probably why she didn't recognize me. How convenient for her. Was she your first love, or what? Yeah, something like that. Geez, you're quite the romantic. Hey, I know this was OFF limits, more so for a cop. But thanks a lot. This is important for me. No biggie, just paying back for that time you saved me in high school. You won't actually stalk her, will you? What? No way. I'm not a creep. I just want to see her again. Welcome, Finn. I'm at the convenience store. You want anything? I think I found it. The one with the blue label, right? Nothing else? All right, I'll come over right after I check out. Thank you. Please come again. Sorry, I didn't see. Be careful next time. Always look where you're going. Isaac. I thought you had my numbers saved already? Yeah, just making sure. What does it say? Something about flowers, and it came from an unknown number. Weird. Just ignore it. Probably someone crushing on you managed to get your number. So, this is a regular thing now? You eating with US? Wow. You two are really dating? If it's cool with you guys, can I? Of course. You can keep joining US from now on. No, I'm not okay with it. You go to work together, dating on weekends, and now even during work lunches? What are you? A bodyguard? She's basically my girlfriend. Wait, is there something wrong with that? That's suffocating. Finn still needs her own time with friends, you know? She wouldn't need you tagging along all the time. Girls, what's the issue? TN seems totally fine with it. I wonder what tulip means. Don't mind her, Isaac. She's just jelly since you're closer to Finn these days. I'm not. Nana, it's all right. I get where she's coming from. Isaac has this habit of not finishing his drinks. That dress really suits you. But today's look is just hitting different. I mean, everything you wear looks good on you. I hardly ever see you in cool tones. But blue works so well on you. I've been wondering what's so special about it. Must be the color. Why? You don't believe me? Sorry. Were you expecting some kind of reaction? I wasn't sure if you were actually complimenting me or just talking about the dress. I didn't know what to say. You're beautiful, is what I really wanted to say. Sorry, didn't have the guts to say it to you straight up. You're definitely better at giving compliments. I guess blue is my favorite color from now on. Hey, sorry if I'm bothering you. But could I talk to Isaac for a bit? Right now? Does it have to be just the two of us? I need to head back to the office anyway. It's fine. I'll leave you two to talk. Okay, I'll swing by your table later. Finn, sorry, but I can't join you on the way home later. There's someone I have to meet after work. Actually, I was gonna tell you the same. Overtime so toll probably be stuck till the morning rush starts. Let me know when you get home. But take care. Okay? Okay. Attention passengers, we are now approaching Station 5. Please gather your personal items and get ready to exit. The doors will be opening on the right. Noah, ring, ring. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now arrived at our destination. Thank you for traveling with us. We hope you have a pleasant day ahead. He's here. He came back for me. Someone, please save me. Finn, you all right? Why are you running? You're trembling. Hey, you're okay. I'm here now. My friend didn't show up, so I waited for you at the station instead. You sure you're okay? You seemed pretty freaked out earlier. Happens to me on occasion. Nothing new. I'm okay. That was just a random panic attack. Surely, something must have set it off, right? You know you can always open up to me if you need to talk about it. It's nothing. Don't worry about me. You know I can't help but do that. But okay, I'll stop nagging. Go inside and rest up. I'll come over right away. If you need anything, just text me. Isaac, wait. I know. You wish I'd open up more to you. I am sorry. Do you want to come inside? So, you called that unknown number earlier, and they were riding the same train? Looks like you might actually have a stalker this time. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have let you go home alone. No, it's all right. I might have just been paranoid earlier. I didn't actually confirm anything because I bolted out of the train. Could have just been timing, like someone else's phone went off right when I called. No, that couldn't be just a coincidence. Seriously, Finn? You never used to believe in stuff like that. There's still a serial killer on the loose, remember? You still need to be careful. It's best not to go anywhere alone, especially at night. I thought I was ready. My whole life. I've been preparing myself for the day we'd meet again. I know Noah will find me one day, but the mere thought that it could be him was enough to almost paralyze me in fear. That thought alone. What could he possibly do? Kill me? I don't even know why I'm terrified of him. Am I actually afraid of dying? Finn. Who's Noah? Sorry, I've been rambling here. I haven't even told who he is. He's a childhood friend of mine. His name is Noah. The person I'm talking about. The one who killed my father. One day I ran into him in the woods, and since then I kept going back there to see him. I assumed we were friends. He was the first one I ever felt close to. I never had a friend before. I remember bits and pieces of what we used to do together, mostly just talking. Looking back, he probably wasn't even interested in my stories, but he listened anyway. But to me, that was everything. Watching her now is like replaying her testimony from that day in court. It was like some kind of solitude. I ended up choosing to be by his side all the time. Guess that's why I didn't pay attention to the signs that he was off. That same story, and look on her face. Almost as if it's rehearsed. As if the trial day is being reenacted before my eyes. But why do you think he'd come back for you? Finn, come, follow me. Where are we going? I'll show you something. Wait, have you been tracking the serial killings since the first victim? But that would mean you've linked all those murders before the cops even made it public. You realize what this means, right? You beat the detectives to it. Looks like you learned a lot from Scott. Well, I'm usually watching live news or documentaries. Saw it on the news by chance. Her murder. I noticed how strikingly similar we look. It reminded me so much of Noah. I mean, my look isn't exactly rare, but the way she was killed. When I saw Noah in the forest for the first time, he had just caught a rabbit. Hunting small animals was his hobby. He kills them. He enjoys it. And when you ask him about it, he lights up, like he was happy that someone was interested in his hobby. He had a certain way he preferred to kill. He'd tie up both hands and feet. Then he'd cut their throats. Not too deep, just enough to damage the windpipe and cause severe bleeding. He enjoyed watching his victims fight for every last breath before they finally gave out. So you think Noah's the serial killer? And that he's doing this because of you? How can you be so sure with your memory not being reliable? But I can't help but worry about what if I'm right? I'm not. Do you know what that means? It means more people died because of me. And that's far worse than my own life being endangered. You're probably thinking I'm going crazy. Even Scott said it's a stretch. Sorry for inviting you here just to hear my nonsense. I didn't mean to waste your time. If he's picking victims that resemble you, he knows what you look like now. He's aware your hair currently goes down to mid-back. It means that he's always watching you. The fact that the murders happened in the city where you currently reside pretty much proves it. Why he's not coming at you or showing himself yet, that's the mystery. He's likely already got your address down. Isaac, do you believe me? Am I convinced that Noah's the serial killer? Hardly. Do I believe that someone's targeting you? Yeah. They're not touching you on my watch, and I don't care who they are. Did I say something wrong? Finn, are you crying? I don't know. Tears just started falling. Don't look at me. Oh no. They won't stop. Why are you still here? I don't understand. Why won't you get tired of me? You're making me feel seen. This is all new to me. And it's confusing. What kind of question is that? Seriously? Can't you tell by now? I'm crazy about you. Nothing you do would ever push me away. I'll protect you no matter what happens to me. Should I head out and let you rest? This day has been a lot for you. No. Please stay a little longer. I'm sorry. Please. Don't hurt me. You know, if only you had actually taken some responsibility for what you did. Things could have been so different. I could have actually liked you, and we could have had something normal. But you didn't. So now you're gonna live in this hell with me.